location.
Let's let the world know.
So that one, and then we'll check the audio.
I think I got us even. I don't know. Let's see.
Check.
Let it catch up.
I mean, it sounds pretty good to me.
Right. All right. I'm gonna take this horse back to the Slag Hills. Is that all right?
Yep.
Excellent.
Well, that sounds good. All right.
Yeah. So back to the Slag Hills. Where can I go from here? Oh crap.
That's a good question.
Okay. Over here.
So, I do have a pre-show topic for us today.
Excellent. Spit it out, man. Spit it out.
It's kind of... I had to stop myself from talking about it earlier because we were almost talking about it earlier.
Oh.
But it is that I started playing another class in this game again
Yeah.
because the lag reduction from the new servers being opened up.
Ah, okay.
There was a class that I kind of liked before but couldn't play because of how bad the lag was on my end at the house.
Okay.
Would you like to guess which one you think it is?
I have no idea. Runekeeper, maybe.
It is Runekeeper.
Yeah.
It runs so much better now.
I am sorry.
Hi, Remus. Oh, that is a pain, yeah.
Don't do that.
Sounds
okay.
good.
Fair enough. We'll still be here.
Runekeeper's way more fun when it's not lagging all the
Yeah.
time. When you can actually, like, chain your cast together and do some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
I made a lava, like, magma totem and then did a big explosion from it.
And it felt good?
It felt good.
Is that what you're telling me?
I could do all of those things before. They just couldn't chain together to actually get the combo damage or anything. So it took forever to kill things because of how bad the lag was. And so I kind of wanted to talk about the lag and what's going on with the 64-bit servers.
Yeah.
Because there is... We have gotten...
Hello.
Hey, One Digits, how you doing?
Okay.
We have gotten a much needed, in my opinion, reduction of lag.
Yeah.
But that's because all the lag now is on the 64-bit servers.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Doing all right. All right, sir.
Some of them doing pretty good. Some of them are okay-ish, depending on what time you play.
Yeah.
Like I'm told Grand is doing great.
Okay.
But some of the other legendary servers, 64-bit servers, are having some real big issues. So, hey, we got a reduction in lag. They just took it from us.
Apparently it was their fault. I'm glad they're not on the server anymore.
Right? But it's just a weird thing to run around this game without hitting as many lag hiccups.
Yeah.
It runs a lot smoother now. It's really fun. But I do feel bad for them,
You got a French ad.
Oh, boy.
What have you been looking into? French? Really?
The lag, it is so bad.
Oh. No.
I can't do a good French accent. I'm German-Irish. No, it's unfortunate. I know they're working on it. They got another update that's going to be coming through soon to try and help the 64-bit servers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I hope so.
But I'm not complaining about us not having it. That's for sure. I just wish nobody had to deal with it.
Yeah.
German as well. There you go. I think this game would be even more popular than it already is becoming again if it didn't have all the lag. German-Italian. That's a combination. No, it's just really interesting seeing this game be talked about again. I have seen a couple threads of people discussing it. God, that's so rough. There are still a lot of people that say they won't check it out until either it gets a graphics update or until there are 4K settings.
Yeah.
And I get that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
Yeah, getting there.
But I don't think it's that bad, really. I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but maybe if you have a really big monitor
Well,
then your menus are really hard to see.
Well, you sit here beside me now. Like, we both got much bigger monitors than we need.
Yeah.
You know, basically because people died.
Yeah.
But that's beside the point. But like that one's, I think it was 1080, right? We got that
Yeah.
was 1080. This one's actually a 4K one,
Yeah.
and yeah, some of the menus.
Get a little rough.
It's a rough. So, and this is a huge screen.
Yeah.
You know, if it was like if a laptop 4K screen, you're not reading that.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah. Definitely something that I hope they work on soon.
I don't think when they even had 4K in mind.
Yeah.
You know. Well, it sounds like you've got a plan and a good one at that.
Enjoy your wings.
Absolutely.
Wings are great.
I'm sure. I'm glad you stopped by. That's awesome.
I should get some wings tonight from the missus' work. Wings are good. Now I'm craving them.
Yeah. We've got a little bit of a
Chili's. I understand where you're coming from,
I'm not sure you know where
but
we live. There's
some very good wing places around here.
yeah, there is.
Now we're going to be a little bit slower to get started tonight. I still have an update that really should be done by this point.
Yeah.
That isn't for some reason.
Well,
But
and I forgot to update it, and he didn't happen to mention it earlier. We just both forgot about it.
by this point, it kind of should be done.
Probably, yeah.
They run a ghost kitchen. Nice. Ghost kitchens are fun. Wingstop, so that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair. Also, I'll say it again later on. There will most likely be a stream tomorrow night. Might be the last Tuesday night stream for a while. But there's not going to be a stream this Friday night. I mentioned it in the Discord, but things at the church that I work at are picking up for summer. It's our busiest time of the year. And then Christmas is almost as busy, right? But up until summer is over, there might be a lot less of the other streams, but Monday night should still be good, barring emergencies. Monday night should continue.
I guess you're back.
I understand, One Digits. You have a good one, man, for sure. Welcome back, Remas. I'm at 63% on my update. Doing good. Doing good. How about you?
Waiting on an update. Eating some food.
I had a really dumb idea. We shouldn't do it,
Okay.
but we maybe should. That was once we get to the end of the story, as far as we can go story-wise, and I've almost got enough to afford that next expansion. I think I'm about halfway there, which is still a lot of LOTRO points to go.
I'm with you.
I mean, but
Yeah, but honestly, are you going to let somebody know you watched this?
it's true.
Are you, right. Are you going to admit to that?
When we finish the entire story, we should walk back through every zone,
I'm
there
good
and
with that.
back again.
Okay. we can
You
do it.
know, Have a
Are you
good
talking
one,
about? See you later, man. You're talking about the book, right? That.
well, yeah. Everywhere we went for the book quest, you know. Very nice. Very nice. I gotta decide for tomorrow too whether we're doing Mega Man 7 and starting that, knowing that there probably won't be another Tuesday stream till after summer, or if we just do another Monster Hunter Wilds and do some event quests, just for the fun of it, you know.
I
Maybe
think
do
it's
half
fair.
GU, half Wilds.
See, you don't think you're getting 7 done in one?
There's no way.
in one sit. Loser.
7's much bigger than the others.
You just have no determination.
We should do Tempered Mizu and Tempered Raidao. We should, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you got a plan.
So yeah,
Can y'all
that's a
do
good
that?
idea.
Y'all be it's set up. Yeah, that's what y'all are doing Friday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
not
That'll be
this
good.
Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
This Tuesday. There probably won't be one next
Next
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Got it. I had it backwards.
So the schedule moving forward should be Mondays. Yes, we'll be here. Tuesdays, probably not. It was always a hey Tuesdays where there's a chance.
Yeah.
It is a drastically lower chance.
Okay.
And then Fridays, maybe. Fridays
Gotcha.
is like a 50-50. This Friday
Fair
is no. Next Friday looks right now like a yes, but might not be. So we're 74% of the way done. So
Getting there.
did you see the leaks for Oblivion Remastered?
I did.
Family's falling apart. Bam.
Yeah, there's a couple folks I know keeping an eye on it.
$70 they're saying.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
That's disappointing.
Oh yeah, the file size is supposed to be 120 gigs.
That was 100 120 gigs. I heard that, and that's I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Fine with that. Not so much the $70.
Yeah.
That's a bit much. I mean, look, there's somebody we know
Yeah.
that is buying that game.
Yeah, without question.
Yeah, right.
Without question.
Yeah, and we may not hear from him
Yeah.
for
a long time.
Yeah, some weeks or something. But yeah, $70 seems definitely does seem a bit steep.
I'm probably not going to get it right away.
Not at that price.
Yeah.
Not at that price.
That's one of those I will wait. I can play this game for free. You know, like.
Yeah.
Also, I should mention, talking about games, probably not going to be a Monster Hunter Wilds review or a Trails Through Daybreak 1 review. I know the second one's already out now for a little while, probably till after summer at least. So they'll have time for some more title updates for Monster Hunter Wilds. There'll be more content.
It is supposed to have all the DLC in
Yeah,
it, though,
more stuff coming. So you know,
no, more DLC in the Oblivion thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
One of the things that's supposed to be like all one pack. I don't know if that's true or not.
supposedly microtransactions, and I'm hoping that's just horse armor. I should probably do just like a rambling video. Those are much faster to record than like writing up a script and everything for Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah, don't write a script. Do an outline.
Yeah,
And just go off that.
just go.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad for the Magnus videos because I look really tired in some of them.
Yeah.
But realistically, the last two have been recorded at 1 a.m. Thursday morning, and then are edited. I go to bed, I get up, set them to upload, go to work, publish them from work while I'm on the while I'm on the toilet.
Okay.
Yeah. Caught up? Very nice. Very nice. We got some stuff going on there, Remas. There's some stuff happening. I'm excited.
You know what? Well, waiting on you, might as well get some experience points.
That's fair. I hate almost all the characters. They're all broken people. They're all selfish and foolish and churlish.
Cool, but is that a good thing or like a bad thing? Like because they all are. They see the flaws in all of them. It's like no, it makes it more. It works for this story.
So yes, but also that's why they're in the situation they're in.
Yeah,
It's like you have to be that kind of person to be where you are,
right.
for it all to be happening.
Got you.
I'm really excited, Remus, because I don't think you've seen, like, you haven't listened to Magnus Archives, right? The Archives characters are a lot more, maybe reasonable is the right way to put it, at the start, and then they become those broken people. You have, okay. So they become those broken people.
All of it.
And very nice, very nice. And it's kind of interesting to see, like, spoilers, I guess, for Archives, but I'll be very light with it, because Remus seen it too. The characters from Archives have come through that period of being broken and have become fully realized people again, right?
Yeah.
They accept who they are and they've moved forward. And so in Protocol you get some like interactions, and it shows the dichotomy of like, no, these are like comfortable people that know who they are, have been through the fire, you know?
Yeah.
And then here's these others that absolutely have not. And I think in some ways it makes the protocol character stand out worse, right? But that's the point.
Well, yeah, well, I was gonna mean like a good villain. Like
Yeah.
I hate that guy, you know.
Yeah.
But it makes the story
Like M. Bison.
better. Huh?
Like M. Bison.
For me, it was Tuesday.
Yep. Yep.
That's awful.
Speaking of M. Bison, I'm not trying to just jackrabbit topics here, but did you see that the new Fatal Fury game has come out? It was shown off at WrestleMania.
Really? I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
They had a bunch of ads for it there. They've added 2 real-life people into the game.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Because that was kind of like that's almost one of the pillars.
Mm-hmm.
Original pillars of that fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Fighting game thing, right? Fatal Fury.
Yeah, they're getting incredible money for this because they put Ronaldo, the soccer player, the football player,
Yes.
in there. It's incredibly jarring. He doesn't look like the rest of the characters at all. It's so bad.
Oh, okay. So is he like Mortal Kombat photocopied in?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
It's so bad.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
But
Also,
I mean, if you're gonna pick an athlete, you know, might as well pick the biggest one in the world.
sure. He was announced as a character in this game right after his sexual assault allegations came out. And so people are pretty
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
No, that's what I mean. That Martin's been through the fire. Also, Martin's an incredible character. He's beautiful. I love him. But no, they look bad. You know, it reminds me when they put Ronda Rousey in Mortal Kombat. But at least then they tried to make her look like Ronda Rousey, but as a Mortal Kombat character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Mortal Kombat's moved away from because like you remember the old Mortal Kombat games where it was almost like
yeah, I'm gonna pull up who the other. There's another real life person too. Go ahead.
but it was like I don't know, like a photo realistic kind of as best they could. Photorealistic and that it was weirdly janky but satisfying at the same time.
Yeah.
Going through it.
Hey, I'm in.
Sounded like you just hacked something. Oh, I'm in.
I'm in.
The protocol works.
Enhance.
Yeah, I know. I can't. There is some stuff you can do that on. You can't do that on, like, no.
Street Fighter the movie, the game. They did it there, and it worked perfectly because it was supposed to be the movie character.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. Let me see if I can pull up who the other one is here. People are also mad because SNK doesn't realize what they're doing, I guess, anymore. Because these are fighting games that are played mostly for the online play now, right?
Yeah.
You have to unlock all the characters
Before you can play online.
before you can play them online. So it is Cristiano Ronaldo and Salvatore Ganacci.
You know what? They sure do. And I think they should keep that up. Ramos, they sure do. I don't know why he's screaming at us.
Yep. Yep. You know what's really funny to me? They didn't have them voice themselves. They had voice actors come in and voice them, which is probably for the best, but also
Probably a lot cheaper.
very funny.
So who the real life characters? Go over them again one more time.
Cristiano Ronaldo
Yes.
and Salvatore Ganacci.
Okay.
He is a Swedish DJ.
Okay. Okay.
This guy.
Good. Cool. Good for him. He looks like a Bond villain.
And I'm just gonna Remoss and the rest of chat. You'll have to look these up for yourself, but I'm gonna show Rundgren the so you got your Fatal Fury characters.
Yeah.
And then he's
Yeah.
you know, he's just there.
You know what? The DJ guy,
Like
he would make a good Zaphoid Bribble box.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Of that. He would be perfect for that.
I'm here. Looks like a Bond villain. Also, hi, Faith. A Bond villain, not a bomb villain.
Yes.
That looks like a great villain. He's the Bond.
Okay.
Bring out my brightness as always. There we go. Now I
Invite,
can see.
you do the group invite.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think we. Hey. Well, thank you. I'm glad you
Hi,
are here.
Waverly.
I'm very glad to hear that.
So anyway, yeah, I'm not buying this one right away, of course, but at one point I will play as Terry Bogard, and I will destroy Cristiano Ronaldo, and then without telling anybody the context, say, yeah, you know, I beat Cristiano in a game once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like if I die choking on a gummy bear, just tell people I was killed by a bear.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right, get out of the group because
Immediately. All right.
sorry. All right.
Here we go.
Up and Faith is left. Excellent. Okay, talk to Aragorn.
Faith, don't forget to do that thank you code if you haven't yet.
No, she did.
Okay, good.
She did.
Right on time. Nice. That's always good.
Let's see. Let me look at this.
Good
Cast back
Saturday.
the enemy advances. Defend Aragorn. Okay, yeah.
I will defend you until my last breath, sir.
Yeah. That was the deal for coming along, wasn't it?
But I'm also going to bring out my cow. She deserves to be here for this. Here at the Black Gate.
You know what? I think we need fireworks.
She's not afraid of the Nazgul.
I've got my celebration pig out. There you go.
Moo, indeed.
Nazgul overhead!
Firework.
Glad! It took him this way!
Which way?
Find him!
And drop it.
Oh boy, that's fun.
Glad.
I've had to not say anything because I got here first.
Do not give up. Remember. Kind glad costs weekly, but he smiles despite the pain. From above, and so light, it cannot be quenched. The new age. I'm gonna go help some soldiers. Remember, Gwent.
Yeah.
Go. So where?
Brungos is going to guard his body.
Is that right up here, or where? It says caught between.
Yeah, so which hill am I on right now? I'm on the left hill.
Yeah.
There's the right hill. I'm just blind, apparently. How many more must die, Sauron? No!
Oh wait. That Berthon apparently.
Yep, I guess so.
Apparently Berthon. Oh look.
Almost 10-second delay. Oh boy.
14. Almost a 10-second delay. Okay. Not surprising.
Delay will somehow stretch.
Right. We'll break the second. No, seven. We have to do. we have to do something about those flying beasts, so there will be no one left to carry on the fight. Follow me.
I was
We
gonna
must find
say,
some archers.
chat, this is a serious moment. You got to be serious, but really, it's helping me not be too sad about
God.
characters that I've known for hundreds of hours dying.
What happened to all the archers? Just give her a phoenix down. Why can't
Yeah.
I give her a phoenix down?
Yeah. I think FF4 handles that the best, where in the moment when a character dies, it's when you don't have any healers because it's the healer that dies.
Oh.
Whereas in 7, like, anybody could be a healer by that point, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. Get ready. Here comes a big one. Okay. Oh, I guess so. Oh, that is big. Hey there. Oh. Your armor didn't hold up near as well against this guy, did it? Let me punch him in the kneecaps. I live. Oh, landed on him.
He wasn't in much good shape anyway.
I do live. I cannot see you, friend. Everything is darkness. I know. I do not have long. Fight on. Fight on. There is a day to come after this. Look to the people of Anphilis. Tell them their Lord. Good people of Anphilis, your Lord says.
I will. These are people we've been helping for like so long.
Will. What's up?
Take one of those. There you go.
Okay. Oh crap! I lost the guy. Now he's back here.
You gotta go up to the top of the hill.
Find Pippin at the top of it. There it is. I was still trying to follow the guy.
That's fair.
And it wasn't follow the guy. And it was Bergon.
Slow down, Will.
You found Bergon, but Pippin does not stand with him. Okay. All right. So
He saved my life.
the halfling, he saved my life. I was stunned and fell beneath the press of battle. But even as a great troll reached out to end my life, Peregrine stabbed it with his blade. He slew the beast, but it fell upon him, and I fear he is dead. Oh, let's see if we can get his.
Pippin! That's not good.
There is
Pippin is not
end to
moving.
this onslaught.
There's no end to this onslaught. As long as we remain divided, we are weak. We must move as a group if we are stand strong. We must fight back to King Elisar before it is too late.
Oh boy.
Cutscene.
Who played Victory when Pippin was dead under that thing? Who did that?
Be ready
I
their
can't see.
final assault. Stand tall, men of Gondor and Rohan. Stand tall, men of the North. You have fought well and brave,
It was Faye.
friends. But our time is nearly at its end.
Mr. Transam too. We got something wrong here. I need
It
to.
has been an honor to fight
Might have to cut the audio
alongside
down
you.
again. Turn the thing
We
up.
must keep fighting until we no longer
Ah.
can. No one is coming to save us, for who could? We are on our own.
Who could? We are on our own.
Do you know? Okay.
Nice, Will. I still haven't got to boot it up yet. But what could be happening here? What could be happening here? I don't know if we're gonna get right back into another instance. But
I've been honored to fight alongside you. Even now, at the end, I do not regret what we have done, or that for which you fought. Let us stand together for a little while longer. I'm pleased to call you friend. To be continued. Volume. You see the kind of crap they put you through?
yeah, we're losing people like crazy.
Okay. So I obviously got way too much stuff in my bags. But I
We'll
didn't
put
want
all
to
that
leave
cloak for
because
sure.
I got something on chunk or throw away or something.
A hooded cloak of the Black Gate. Oh boy.
Yes.
I'm hoping that it's not that the. Yeah, I heard it. Okay. Sometimes when they don't
Oh,
work,
that
my
one,
first
yes.
instinct is that the power's gone out at my house. You know.
Yeah.
If I
Is it
try.
Cliff one I want? No, it's the enduring. Get some more levels so I can get that. Is
it
it?
that time?
Is it?
No, I haven't done it yet. I'm sorry. Well, I have barely been home the last few weeks.
Don't let it give you excuses. Stay on him, Will.
I need to give this thing Will.
Come on, Trey.
Thank you. My thoughts exactly.
I didn't even get to watch the first episode of G-Quox yet.
Cheequox. Woo-hoo.
I hope it's like that too. I hope it's silly and fun and
And Scrooge McDuck.
yeah. I've been trying to watch out for spoilers. It seems like everybody's wanting to talk about it.
I'm sure.
This may be Sauron's hour. We will make him
Sloppy indeed.
The battle of the Blood Gates is nearly done. We must fight for as long as we can. In memory of our friends. In memory of our friends and defense of those endangered by Mordor. This may be Sauron's hour, but we'll make him earn it with blood.
Yeah.
Defeat foes. Alright,
I guess this is a new instance of the area.
yeah, everything got packed up right here. There's no slowing down. We gotta keep going.
Gotta keep going.
For Frodo!
And Gola skill,
Frodo
Marathon, Calanglad.
of the Nine Fingers and the Ring of Doom.
Crit that guy. That was nice.
Again.
Elro here. It's a good song. See, I remember what's about to happen, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody that doesn't know.
I see something on the distant horizon, but I cannot yet make it out. There's a new threat seeks to strike from the rear. Go to Mithrandir, atop the Slag Hill, and see what he thinks of this new arrival. Quickly. You're not to bother me.
It's Rondir!
Oh, over here. Mithran.
He's my teacher.
What now? You bring tidings from the sons of Elrond. They did not wish to tell me themselves. The wizard readies a further rebuke for the elves, but it remains unsaid. His eye lights upon the distant horizon, and wonder brightens his face. The eagles are coming! The eagles are coming!
Yeah!
Why here the Wind Lord and his noble subjects fly to the host aid to the host of the west. Let us see if the Nazgul enjoy the challenge of their superiority in the air. Speak to me and we will wade once more into battle.
Let's do it!
Alright, let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go wading.
We
Get
probably
out of here.
shouldn't group up until after
guess
this
so.
is done.
Once more into battle, my friend.
Once more.
Once more into the fray. Far here, and the eagles will keep the Nazgul occupied, but the battle still rages upon the ground. Let us press the advantage given to us by our winged allies and set the orcs upon their heels.
Let's do it.
Would you?
You killed Nickel? But his name was Nickel.
You planned to be out? And there's gonna be a concert?
That's right.
And you're a monster?
That's right. Agent Schmidt. Age is coming. We're not too aged yet. It's coming. Elmer King.
Now, I guess what I need to discuss here in a moment.
Nickel.
Eomer, Aragorn, Mithrandir. Do you sense it? Something is amiss, but I cannot discern what it might be. Some new artifice of the Dark Lord may be revealed to us. Stay near to me.
That is
I ain't going
not
nowhere.
a problem. Yeah.
The Nazgul flee from battle? What can this mean? Sauron has summoned them back to Mordor. Why?
Why indeed?
This is the hour.
Is what, Cub?
Yep.
Ring bearer has completed his quest.
Yep.
Why here to me?
Oh, tell me he's gonna take us with him.
There he is! Friendly bird. Can I pet the bird? Let's see if I do.
That's true.
No, that
Slash
won't.
pet.
No, I think that's a pet is command for your pets.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have that one. Frodo has fulfilled the quest of the ring, and he may still live. We must act quickly, or we will never come alive to the Black Land. If Gwahir and his brother will bear us into Mordor, we may yet come to Frodo in time. Gwahir, Lord of Eagles, 2 times you have borne me, my friend, and this will be the last and most needed. If your brother Landreval, the server we're having to be on,
Yeah.
will bear us, we will have the best chance of finding Frodo before he is overcome. Fly now to Rodurin. Fly now to Mount Doom.
Well, and of course he's going to bring us with him. We're his talons.
Yes.
Mordor shakes beneath Boromir wrath. Fly swiftly, my friend. If Frodo or Samwise still live, we have to find them quickly.
This was the end at one point, you know? Like,
10 years.
I will circle to the far side,
we'll get there. We'll get there.
We're about to let you know.
and with haste.
It was 6.
That is a task for my adventurer.
Yes, it was 6.
We will circle
Episode 7's
Mordor
next
and then
week.
come back for you. May one of us find our hobbits.
10 years to get to this point.
Yeah.
Can't even imagine that moment when the gates explode.
Dude, I was by myself in dark
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
All the stuff with the Marthiel
Yeah.
and going through the Grey Company.
Yeah.
You understand a bit of it, you for sure.
Yep.
I know you do. There was nobody else there though. I've got goosebumps. Like it's
Well,
dumb.
even like Barathor and Golaskill. Like, those are people that I did side quests for, you know?
Yeah. I'm saying it because Rung was my character that does everything, right?
Yeah.
Or everything it can. You're not gonna do everything in this game. It's freaking impossible. I defy you.
We are in Mordor. Yeah, Narmalith.
Yes.
Frodo.
Yes. Narmalith. Marthiel Narmalith.
Samwise.
Look, I got my pig throwing off fireworks.
It's a very good part of the story. I'm gonna sneeze again, Chad. I'm so sorry.
Bless you. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we're at the part where Narmalith is helping us.
Yeah. I see them. I see them. I'm gonna wait to talk to him till you get there.
Okay.
No, I promise, Will. We will talk about Gundam Unicorn. It's just this is the moment, you know. Retake indeed. I forgot I was slowly adding. Points to how much. I'm a Gundam. To how much retake cost every time it was used. It's at 18. You gotta keep bumping it up.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Is that not really you? Sam looks at you with blurry eyes. His exhaustion is apparent, and he seems to disbelieve that you're really standing there. We can't go any further. We've got this far, but this already happened. That's where anyway.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Yeah. Sam reaches into one of his pockets and withdraws a small item. He passes it into your hand. Where there's life, there's hope, he says. Walk to the edge of the outcropping. There's little time to spare.
I don't think I should be holding this.
The file of legend.
Oh, okay, that's better. For a second, I thought he handed me the ring. I was like, what?
Ring's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going to get this right back to him.
We're over
Yeah.
here.
Screenshots.
Right.
The ring was destroyed. Gwahir and his kin braved the great.
I mean, I
peril of
understand
the
why you're
skies.
carrying him that way, but like, Gandalf, you could have held Frodo or something.
And on the field of Cormallen, they were praised for their great deeds and the successful completion of the quest. The Lord of the Rings was no more, and
do you think
Middle
will
Earth
break the
was made
curse?
safer by his defeat.
Does that mean we get to explore Mordor now? I guess first we got to do the big wrap up, right?
Yes, a big wrap up.
Yeah.
Wrap up. In this wonderful zone here.
Anorian after the battle.
Yeah.
It looks brighter somehow.
It is. It is brighter. Gloom and doom is one of the powers of the Dark Lord.
Yeah.
You know, if he can get you depressed, if rain makes you depressed, you know, as it does most people. Not me, it just makes me sleepy.
Yeah, that's fair.
But even still, like lethargy and things like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Not yet.
No.
There's a lot more LOTRO to go, but we've reached what was the end for a long time.
Yeah. And the echo's still on the water.
Yeah. That's funny.
The sum of all my hopes has come to pass. Beyond all belief, the great darkness has been conquered. No longer will Sauron trouble Middle-earth as he did for thousands of years.
Hey, my cow's here.
Right. The quest of the ring came in the end to a successful conclusion, which this old fool dared not to hope. Yet hope for still. What a wonder it is to see this day.
No, Reboss, we're not.
Can you ban him now? I don't have a mental block on that.
We're going into the further appendices and things like that of
Okay.
the books.
You read this one. We've got Gundam
Yeah.
to discuss.
Yeah.
All right. Don't let me keep you. Our heroic friends have been through much, but I know they will want to speak with you now that the danger has passed. Frodo and Sam have rested from their journey. It will take more than these few days to recover from the exertion of their ordeal. You will find them in a bower on the southeastern side of the field.
Thank you, Miss Rondier.
That's the way Miss Randier tells you he'll see you later.
Yeah.
It's like, go over there.
We'll catch up.
All right. So, Gundam,
Yep.
episode 6,
Uh-huh.
happens to be one of the Gundams in the series that we're watching.
Uh-huh.
There's characters in it.
Two worlds? What's the name of this episode?
Yeah, episode 6. There was, well, I'm trying to think of what the exact point, because there was a spot in there where it was like, okay, this section right here is put together well.
Yeah.
It was the last section.
Yeah, the last section in the hangar.
Yeah, the last section in the hangar that was done. No, you enhanced it. You enhanced it, much like the cow.
We'll take every chance we have to trash Rings of Power.
Yeah. Yeah. You made it much more intense.
Thank you, Gandalf. And Will.
Fair enough.
No, the hangar scene's very good. Everything with Marita Cruz calling Zimmerman her dad.
Yeah, father.
You know,
That's that
Great
line.
scene.
It was a really good scene. You got it was an impactful scene.
Mm-hmm.
Building up to that point, it's kind of, yeah,
There are so
not
many
very
moments
enjoyable.
where it's clear they expect you to care about the characters, like you've spent hundreds of hours with them, or maybe not hundreds, right? But 30
Yeah,
hours, 40
yeah.
hours, like you've spent 26 episodes with them. This is the episode with the Rulula, and where the Nyalagama has been captured by Full Frontal, and Marta Cruz is injured, the Kshatriya is damaged, and Riddy Martinez has the Banshee. And that's pretty much the setup here of Minerva reveals where Laplace's box is, and everybody's about to go try and get it.
Yeah. It was racing the battle.
I just summarized almost an hour for you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
There's an extended fight scene. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're right. The Banshee Norn. You're right. Because the Banshee has been upgraded. You said
No.
it probably would be. It technically, where we saw it, it was upgraded.
Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, the Norn, right?
Yeah.
For a second there, I thought he just flexed his chin wrong and hit the keyboard.
Non.
Yeah, it's like
Bring about the French?
Clack clack.
No,
Yeah, the Norn. They had some strange names.
Yeah. There's an extended fight sequence where Angelo Sauper and Full Frontal fight on some like mook guys that we don't know anything about. That goes on for like 6 minutes, And the fight looks cool in some ways, but it's also just there's no stakes to it because we already know they're good enough to win that fight.
As we think of the other one, what the Banshee?
Yeah,
The
when it just kills like 6 guys. Yeah. Just because you got to remember that Riddy's really good.
Yeah, he's really good. And they say something about a lion.
Yeah,
What
the
is
black
it?
lion and the white
black
unicorn.
lion,
Yeah,
yeah. But it's a Banshee.
it's the Banshee. Also, man, the Nail Orgama has a bunch of pilots we just never see, huh? Because so many of them have died.
Oh man, yeah. No, there was a point. There became a point in Gundam where deaths just stopped mattering, except for maybe to advance a plot point.
Yeah.
Because like if you just go back to the original one, Amuro struggled with each death he had.
Yeah.
Camille struggled
Oh, yeah.
with people dying.
General Rebel and its state-of-the-art mole suits job to two. Yeah, absolutely. That's the flagship of the Federation. And they just lost instantly to two mobile suits. Sorry, emotional damage indeed. It's unfortunate because I want to care, right? I love Otto, Captain Otto. I love Zimmerman. I love Marita Cruz.
Well, the characters in a pill.
Yeah.
Like the character and just the little like the design.
Yeah.
I would say even the voice actors, a lot of them, just the characters designed and set up, got some pretty good characters.
Yeah.
I was thinking that while watching it.
Yeah.
Like character designs are good. Of course, the animation is beautiful. We keep talking about
Right.
that, but the character designs are good. Character itself's like, okay, this could be
Yeah.
something great, but
Part of my problem is that, again, they treat it like I should care that this girl likes Menager and doesn't like Minerva and is helping to stage a coup. I don't know anything about this girl. We've spent no time with her. She's had no screen time.
yeah.
And then you have Menager over there talking about the beast of possibility, Full Frontal talking about being a vessel for mankind's will, and Minerva talking about how everybody else is doing it wrong, but she's not actually bringing any solutions to the table.
Yeah.
It's a lot of exposition going nowhere, and then Riddy, he's just bitter.
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
In a weird way, his motivations make the most sense. Also, you hurt me in this episode. You cut me deep. Because at one point, Chad, I need you to understand this. Rundgren looks at me and he says, imagine this was, I don't remember how you exactly worded it, but imagine this was Amuro and Char. And Amuro is the one trying to protect the box and make sure nobody opens it.
Yeah.
And Char is the one going, hey, I agree with you, but I can't abandon Minerva.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be such a good show.
Well, this thing's is like a whole memberberry thing.
Yeah. There's so many moments.
I know, because you actually said when it shows the rose.
Yeah, that's a Mashmere reference.
I hate this.
Yep. Yep.
It is, man. It is.
And they have good moments. Marita Cruz, Peru 12, talking about how if she had a dessert, it would be ice cream. A callback to regular Peru and the connection all 12 of them had, right? That's great.
Yes. I did. Also, I pointed out at that point, yes, you've made a Gundam where the character I'm most interested in is Peru.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Peru.
Oh, I don't know. Let me check this real quick for work.
It's just, I don't think. I think it could have been a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah.
And been probably really good.
Yeah, I mean F91 was really fun, despite the fact that it clearly had a bunch of sections cut out. They never treated you like you should know that information. And it flows really well in that way.
But they did something at the F91 Yeah, that's what Remus just said too.
Yeah.
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 But the last scene was good because usually exposition is just blah blah blah, two guys talking. They had a whole bunch of exposition right in that the last part of the episode, which is the last act, I guess.
Yeah.
In that series, so Act 3, the end of Act 3, but it doesn't bog down because it's actually moving. There's stuff happening, and it kind of makes sense as these different little revelations are made.
Right.
But they have not been able to maintain that. That was like really solid storytelling for, I don't know, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was impressed with it. I don't know. I still think the suits look great. What's his name? Officer Barnaby? Barber. The one's going to die. The one I said he's going to, well, he's dead.
Oh, what's his name? It started with a C. I want to say Connor, but it wasn't Connor. It was something like that.
When it's all like, hey, be careful.
Yeah. Doggy's his right-hand man.
Yeah. He's dead.
I can't remember his name. He's not. His name's the least important thing about him. He's a cool Marine dude. He's going to die. There's no question.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's dead. I think we're going to get one more pack. I did mention that. One more pack. Because they've already given us one good expansion pack on the unicorn.
Full armor unicorn.
Full armor unicorn, yeah. I think we're going to get one more in the last episode. I think it'll go on the Banshee, Black Lion,
Yeah.
Dark Unicorn. I don't know. That one. We may not. F.A.
Full armor.
Oh, okay.
No, ultimately, I don't like unicorn. And I don't like unicorn just because I'm tired of them preaching to me. Every character preaches their ideals at you instead of just having a conversation. Like every single scene where they talk about why they're doing what they're doing, they just have to regurgitate their entire reason for what they're doing to you. And it's like, give me some subtlety, man.
Well, they can't. Man, I don't think they can pull off the writing. Because, like, hands down, the best thing Tomino wrote and put together was Shar, right?
Yeah.
Shar always
Such an interesting character.
So always seems like he's one step ahead, and always proves that he's one step ahead. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of, they kind of, even with this Shar, so to speak, still trying to, he talks like that,
right?
But at the end of the day, he's not.
Yeah.
Or doesn't seem to be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, for example, I would say that where Laplace's box is wouldn't have been a surprise to him.
Kira Cry. Yeah, no, I agree.
You're right.
I agree.
And that's how I feel about, Will just summarize how I feel about Unicorn.
I want to like Unicorn, I really do, but Banagher is kind of a nothing of a character. And then everybody around him treats him like he's the smartest, coolest guy ever.
Yeah.
And I don't even hate Banagher. I just,
Yeah, I don't, yeah.
Like, I have feelings about the next show's protagonists.
Yeah?
There's 3 protagonists in that show. One of them I love. One of them I'm kind of about. I like him more than I like Banagher. The last one I hate with a burning passion.
Okay.
And so at least I have feelings about him.
Right.
I walk away from Banagher and go, yeah, no, he was a Gundam pilot.
Well, I mean,
he liked the girl.
As silly as G Gundam was.
Yeah, I love Domon.
There was characters, you're like, oh.
Also, just gonna throw this out there, Domon Kashu.
The unicorn.
He's not perfect, but he can. Okay. Domon Kashu,
bless you.
Thank you. When he liked a girl, he went and told her. Yeah, he had to save her from a giant death robot, but he went and told her.
Yeah.
He didn't just, Audrey. Audrey.
Yes, well, it is what it is. Ugh. But yeah, we watched the last episode, which is an hour and a half.
Yeah, hour and a half.
It's got 30 extra minutes for the final episode. Watch that next week. And then I'll never have to see that again. And then, what is the next one?
The next one is Age. I mean, it's won her over, right? I don't think that's what won her over. I think what won her over is the fact that he can pilot the Gundam.
Yes. Women love incels. They make them feel real comfortable.
Look, I'm not trying to start a rant here again, but they try to make it out like Audrey learned so much on Earth, right? Like she grew so much as a person from her adventures on Earth. 90% of her time on Earth was in one room. The other 10% was in a single, like, cafe with an old man drinking coffee.
Yeah.
And apparently he gave her all the insight she needed. She's a new person.
I want to back up the conversation that we had while watching that and explaining that. And forgive me, my exact quote was, "Yeah, sounds just like a dumbass teenager."
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay. And Trey's like, "Man, the first time I saw this, that actually like meant something to me. It was deep." I turned and looked.
Yeah.
I said, "Well, sir, were you a dumbass?" Yes,
Yeah.
I was at the time.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it,
Yeah.
I understand completely. I understand completely. I sympathize, sir. I do. I have empathy for that one.
Was at least by the time I finished the show, I went, wait, hold on. You know, she didn't learn anything on Earth. She had a cup of coffee. Must have been a really good cup of coffee.
I guess so. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet, awesome.
Yeah.
You was. Well, look, you only get to do it once. Enjoy it.
Hey,
You know.
Rimas,
So.
I still love IBO.
Well,
Have a good one, Will.
catch you later, Bo. I'm
I
so
still
glad you
love
stopped by.
Season 1 of IBO. I look at IBO like 00. Season 1, perfect almost. It
Okay.
is beautiful in its tragedy and sci-fi-ness, and it's cool. Season 2, I don't know what they were thinking, man. I don't know why we're here.
God. Is there a stable?
Got a friend waiting, I understand. Yeah,
Excellent,
we
sir.
need to find a stable master.
Yeah, I was
Sure.
going to say. Is there a stable master here? I see Gimli and them.
I've got the message that I told you I was going to get. I will have to go after the stream,
Okay.
but there is no great rush right now.
Okay.
You want to go back to the Black Gate and fight
Not
the battle?
really.
Okay. Well, then we got the option. If you just want to go back and watch more of our friends.
That's true. You would. Deservedly so.
That's fair. Aragorn's here. That's cool. There's got to be a stable master somewhere.
See? I'm over twice your age, but we're in the same category. Dumbass adult. It's, you know. I'm good with it.
At this point, I'm just going to the quest marker because
Yeah. I thought I would pass something, but maybe not.
the little pavilion thing over here.
I see the ring.
There's a minstrel over here. Fast timing skills integrated. Well, we're back, baby.
Yeah. Glad we can be of some use.
Oh, this is a-
there.
Yeah.
Frodo's Bower. Marry a duck?
Pippin! I knew you weren't
Whatever.
dead. I just wanted to make the chat think you were dead.
Sam beckons for you to speak to him instead of Frodo.
I've seen the movie. I knew you didn't die there.
Right?
Read the book too. It is. The joke is better for the movie.
Frodo needs his rest.
I beg your pardon, but Mr. Frodo needs his rest. So many folk have come calling on him, some of them even bending the knee. And those who bowed the lowest were kings and princes themselves. Now my master deserves every bit of it, but some of these even bowed to me, and I can't say I like that at all. Frodo carried the real burden, and he did all the hard work, if you ask me. Can you believe that old Strider turned out to be a king as well? When I first met him, I said to myself, this Strider has the kingly air about him, doesn't he, Sam? But didn't say anything of it to my master, or to Merry, or Pippin. That was terrible. There was enough going on in Bree that there wasn't time for it. So many high important folks paying attention to hobbits. There's no mistaking, these are queer times.
These definitely are.
Just wait till the internet comes around, buddy. Talk to Frodo.
Sam has spent so long worrying about me that it became natural for
Please forgive me. Please forgive me, Sam. He has spent so long. Please forgive Sam. He spent so long worrying about me that I think it became natural for him, especially after our experience in Mordor. Frodo shivers despite the warmth in the air. I know Sam does not want to talk about it, but I would never have made it to the fire without him. If you had the joy of knowing old Hamfast, you would know that Gamgee loved to talk, but the Gaffer and his son would prefer most any topic to speaking about themselves. So it falls on me to tell you that I may have carried the burden, but it was the strength of my dear Sam that guided me through the door, through despair and across the Deadlands, and at Mount Doom. Frodo's face is pale, and he stops speaking. He seems relieved when Pippin breaks the silence with a boisterous cheer.
Pippin!
Pippin. I'm getting a little Gondor stuff.
3 cheers!
3 cheers for Frodo Baggins, who destroyed the ring, and save a cheer or two for Samwise Gamgee, who got to go with him and managed to miss out on a great deal of fighting. Oh, I'm only teasing. I know that Sam saw some danger, although he doesn't want to talk about any of it. Both he and Frodo were awfully tight-lipped about their journey to Mordor. I don't blame them. Battles are nasty things. Mary and I certainly ended up seeing more than our fair share, and it was all very dirty and confusing. I wouldn't recommend it. Do you know that a troll fell on top of me?
I do, actually.
Right. It's easy to laugh about it now, but there was no one laughing when we were in the thick of the fighting. I'm glad we're still here. 3 cheers for Frodo and his friends.
Hurrah! Hurrah! Hurrah!
Finally, we can catch up with Frodo and Sam, and they don't want
I am glad we have this time to catch up with Frodo and Sam. Pippin and I are knights of the city and of the mark respectively, and we have been kept busy with those duties. At last we can chat, and they do not want to talk about it, or at least not in the detail our curiosities demand. Well, I can respect that. Out of the Pelennor fields I could barely stand to tell Pippin what befell poor Theoden. In time, perhaps it will become easier for them to talk about the journey. It was like that with Eowyn. By the time I left Minas Tirith to come here, she had emerged from the silent sorrows that had taken to speaking with the steward Faramir in the gardens. Seemed to me that time and distance helps many shadows lessen.
Yeah.
I wonder why Eowyn has not yet arrived. Eomer King called her hither, but she has not come to Cormellan.
All right, see you guys. I'm going to go talk to the Amber King.
Right?
I mean, you guys are all important. You did a great service to the entire world and everything. Super, super thankful.
Right.
Amber King!
Hey, what's that, Bubba? Thane of Highbolt here. How you doing?
You know. Gotta go
Just
see my
saying.
king.
Just saying.
A bard here. Garth the beer.
He's working on it.
Yeah.
Hands down. Here we go. Okay. That's
They kind of made him look like the one from the animated one, too. He's got the strong nose and the narrow chin, you know?
best minstrel or bard in a movie.
Yeah.
Which one?
Oh.
What is it? Who is it? I got mine in mind already. I know mine 100%.
Is yours the trick answer of it's Bard from the Hobbit movie? Because he's Bard of
No,
Lake Town?
no,
okay,
no.
okay. Best Bard.
Yeah, best actual minstrel slash bard character.
A Knight's Tale's Geoffrey Chaucer is pretty good.
Yeah? Oh, yeah?
That one's pretty good.
You going with that one?
No, I'm going to
Okay.
go with the rooster from the animated
Robin Hood. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
He's the best.
yes. That's exactly, no doubt. Duh.
It's got to be him. Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as you said you're going to go with him, my brain went, excuse me,
Right.
have you forgotten?
It's your king, Bubba.
Yep. My uncle Theoden is avenged. Sauron is no more. It cannot be questioned that soldiers of Rohan and of Gondor played their parts, but in the end the fatal blow was struck by 2 hobbits alone in the Black Land. It is an amazement to me. I have heard that the Nazgul came to fiery ends, speeding back to Mordor at their master's call when he learned of his true peril. With my mind's sight I can see them, caught in the blast of the flaming mountain, 8 fireballs scorching the sky, plummeting earthward and shrieking their final desperate cries. I wish that those of my soldiers who were carried aloft by those creatures during the Battle of the Black Gate could have known the fate their murderers would shortly suffer. It gives me great satisfaction to picture it on their behalf. Ride, Eolingus! Ride! You are avenged.
All right.
Yes, they are, my king.
Okay, now Prince Imrahil.
He's on the field somewhere. Over here. A Knight's Tale was a good movie.
Do it?
They said A Knight's Tale was good.
Oh, yes.
It was good. A lot of people don't realize that's Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big fan of it, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, the whole "We Will Rock You."
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, no, that didn't.
That's fair.
Doesn't work for me.
I understand.
The fall of Sauron.
The fall of Sauron worked great madness in his servants,
He was, yeah.
and many of them despaired once he was gone. Did some spell hold them ensorced while, what is that word?
Ensorcelled?
Ensorcelled, while he yet lived, and death broke his hold upon them. I cannot say, but I did witness that many of the orcs cast themselves into the pits, or fell upon their weapons once he was gone. There were others among his servants that were made more ferocious by the fall of their master, and these fought long but with desperation. Some of them fled back through the ruins of the gate. I do not doubt that my king will send me against these others in time. Well, that is a thought for tomorrow. Today we celebrate the fall of Sauron.
That's right. We can explore more over there and figure out what's going on later.
Right. Paul, what?
Talking about Visions actor. I don't remember his
Paul
name.
Bettany. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it has 2 T's.
Probably.
I don't know if it does or not. But I can't picture the actor anymore. I just picture Vision or White Vision. No.
That's fair.
Gimli.
Yes!
Yes! That was quite a feast and most well deserved. It's not every day that an evil such as Sauron is laid low. After all, seems as if Elrond and Gandalf had made the right choice back in Rivendell, doesn't it? Frodo Baggins may not be a dwarf, but he has proven to have the determination of my kind. All these hobbits seem to have it. Young Peregrine Took could use a portion less of it, if you ask me. He is fortunate I saw him lying beneath that troll before the Black Gate, and heaved the great beast off of him. I might have sworn up and down that he was dead, and yet he lives, and is up and about already. It's caused me so much trouble, and yet still I am fond of him for all the bother. There'll be days of merriment aplenty, but sometime in the weeks ahead I must set my eyes to the north and return to the Lonely Mountain. My mind is full of ideas, and what dwarf wants that? I must speak to the king of Durin's folk and let these ideas out before they do me some harm. Ha 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 ha!
And Legolas.
Legolas.
Don't pick on your boy.
Yeah. Sauron is no more.
He's still like
You can no longer burden Middle-earth. Some of my folk may come to live in this land for a time, and I delight in knowing that it will remain green and growing for years to come, untroubled by Sauron's evil. But I will not stay long here. The first days of Gondor's new year will be filled with happiness, and I share the joy of its people. But my heart has another longing. The sea calls to me, and I would follow. But I will not follow that longing just yet. Food and drink and celebration must come first. We have all seen enough of darkness. Let us enjoy some lighter fare and savor the taste.
Yeah. He calls for him.
Okay, back to Radonir, are we?
Mm-hmm.
How did Radonir come through all this?
Hey, man, I'm not complaining.
Like, Halbrand didn't make it, but Radonir did. At least somebody did.
Yeah.
Don't decide which
Have a
ranger.
good time, man.
Have a good time, mate. Right on.
As soon as he said the sea, my brain was like that song from the end of the Return of the King movie. That how's it go? Gray ships have come to carry you home. It's a real pretty song.
Radonir.
Weigh your options carefully. This could
Radonir looks at you grimly. I was speaking with some of the others, and they agree that you have a decision to make. Weigh your options carefully. This could be a costly choice. A rare smile illuminates Radonir's features. You need to choose a tavern at which we can all meet, now that the Grey Company has accomplished its mission and we've fulfilled our oaths. You agreed to buy me 3 mugs of ale, as I recalled, so you will want to select an establishment with a barkeep who sets a reasonable price. I recommend the Forsaken Inn, east of Brie. The fare is of low quality, but it was Candace's favorite, and that is enough for me. We will not depart just yet. There's work still to be done for Aragorn to claim his throne, and many of us wish to help him set his kingdom in order. Some of us will remain here in the Southlands, even when others return to their homes. I think I will travel with Lothrandir when he returns to Skurikila. It is a long road, and he would welcome the company. Also, there's a lake on the way to Forcho, and I promised a friend I would see to it myself.
Yeah. 3 indeed. He's earned it.
Yeah, I don't think it's too much to ask, right? Taking on Dark Lord,
Yeah.
and my friends die. I got stuck!
Uh-oh.
I'm out.
There's so few of our friends left.
Yeah, right.
We won the war, but it was costly.
At what cost? Mithrandir.
I'm sure.
I'm glad you have returned to me, but there's a small matter about which I wish to speak with you.
Some of these animals still think they're in the cave from before.
Oh, gotcha, yeah. Nintendo Revo. Oh my gosh, I need to go shopping. And not in shopping, I need to go
Is there somebody here you can sell to, maybe?
I don't know. I got some stuff I can chunk.
Because there's no milestone either that I've seen.
Yeah, it's just like, you need to wrap all this up through here. I got it.
And then they just throw these enhancement runes at you, which I'm not complaining, but they're nice to have.
Okay. Frodo's ordeal in Mordor was a costly one, and it has left its mark upon him. No, I do not speak only of the finger he lost to Gollum's biting teeth. I speak of a mark that none can see but still persists, casting a pall upon his heart. He is retired to the bower that was prepared for him. I will seize it somewise as a task to undertake that will free Frodo from his watchful gaze. Perhaps we can learn what still troubles our victorious ring-bearer.
All right. Let's go talk to Frodo.
Frat!
Yo, Frodo, what's up?
Okay, a little more room in the bag there. Yay!
Yeah, it really is. It's, hey, you gotta do all these things, but they're important, Hey, Frodo, I'll be your friend.
Frodo smiles weakly as you approach.
Yeah, you gotta do it all now. Oh, that's a big one.
Is still caught in a whirlwind of confusion.
Hello again. Gandalf came by and had a task for Sam. The 2 of them have gone off somewhere. If you're looking to speak with them, they're not here right now. My mind is still caught in a whirlwind of confusion. I cannot believe that the quest is over. I'm not used to the idea that the ring is gone. In Mordor, I'd shut my eyes and still see it, burning inside my mind, tearing me apart. But it has been destroyed. Pippin insists that I write everything down before I forget the details, but I do not want to remember them. I do not. My friends knew the truth about what happened within Mount Doom. Frodo shakes his head and holds up his injured hand. It has been wrapped in a bandage and treated with care by Aragorn. But you remember the ghastly, grisly side of it. I labored beneath the burden of the ring as Sam and I crawled through Mordor up the slope of Mount Doom. Much of the journey is hazy to me, even now. And dear Sam told our friends most of the tale, but he did not tell all. I think he wanted to spare me the shame of it. Ah, that is the truth. Shame deserved shame. Sam said that Gollum tracked us to the mountain, and at the end, the pitiful creature overpowered us and stole the ring before we could cast it into the fire. That is not the truth, not at all. I will tell you the truth. I want to do what is right,
Yeah. Why is he dressed like Spock?
I'm not sure. From the social spot, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
We're going to put you in a capsule and fire you at a planet.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Hopefully I won't have PTSD from the last time I played Gollum.
Yeah.
No, this is actually much better than that.
I hoped it was going to be good. I truly did. How was I to know? I have not pre-ordered a game since then.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're not the only one.
Yeah.
Because that really hurt a lot of people's feelings.
Yeah. I could have bought you 2 expansions for this game. You know?
So what's our skill down here, Steve?
I could have bought me 2 expansions for this game.
Like we have one skill. Murder.
Yeah. As it should be.
Gollum.
As it should be.
Not that. Walking through the Mordor by the fiery pit.
I say that like I didn't get a discount on that code. But, you know.
But that's not the point.
Yeah. Sam could not bring himself to slay the wretched creature. He let him go.
He let him go.
I didn't realize Frodo was going to say it. I wouldn't have read it if I'd realized that.
Running from the hobbits, going down this path. Take him into Mordor. Like the spider is done.
And so it was.
It's all for the
that
precious.
Gollum followed Sam into the mountain.
Oh, for the precious. I want to explore Mordor so bad right now. Like,
He'll be checking down the preciouses when he comes. As he's running through the mountain, as he comes. Ooh, hobbitses. Hold on. Move to the side. Move to the side. Snitches, we will.
yeah.
It's the fat one.
I am here, but now I choose not to do what I came to do. I will not destroy it.
Yeah.
All right, we're down with that, Master. Sure. See?
The ring is mine.
They got a pretty good, what's he called? A pretty good voice alike.
Frodo!
No. Missed. Press out. I'm murders.
I felt bad clicking the murder button on Sam.
All right. Please meet the rings. Stay for the festival. Oh. Potatoes and potatoes. Funyuns. Dance. Gollum has the precious Gollum. Oh shit.
It's kind of funny if at any point when Gollum was like skulking around Mordor, Sauron had just killed him out of frustration,
Yeah.
he might have won.
Might have.
When the ring went into the fire, the power of Sauron went with it. His works were unmade.
Because once Frodo put it on, he would have been like,
was undone. Were it not for Gollum, the quest would have failed. After coming so far, after enduring so much,
Boromir and Theoden.
after the sacrifices and the suffering of so many friends, when at last I stood at the crack of doom, I could not do it. I chose not to destroy the ring. How can I bear the shame of it?
Yeah.
I let them down. I let everyone down.
That's one of those things that, like, when I first read the book, I was like, oh man, the scar on his heart is because of like all that Sauron and the ring put him through. And then like on the second read, it was like, oh no, I mean that's part of it, but
Yeah.
also part of it is the fact that he feels like he betrayed everybody he knows.
Yeah. He's got Yeah, all of a sudden, in just a second, he understands Boromir.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like that they showed Boromir there as just a little like, hey,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, he does. I do love the casting in the movies. It's great, but they don't get to, like, Boromir's a man.
Oh, yeah. He's
You
so
know.
cool.
Ah, working unit.
You know the truth now.
All right, let me enlarge the script. There we go. You know the truth now. So many good people suffered. So many good people died. So I could get to the mountain. And at the end, could not bring myself to do what everyone depended on me to do. How can I live with the shame of it? You tell Frodo that what little you learned of the ring during your own adventure has taught you that it was an artifact of great power and great evil, and that it could work its temptation upon even those of good hearts and strong will. Maybe you are right. Your words do not erase my shame, but even though the ring is gone, I can still remember how I felt in that moment, standing above the fire. I did not wish to destroy it. I'd rather die than allow it to be taken from me. I cannot imagine how Smeagol survived for so long after the ring came to Bilbo. Or perhaps I can. It was the desire for it that drove him. And that feeling is familiar to me and painful. Pippin worries that I will forget the details of my journey if I do not write them down, but the details are etched upon my memory. I cannot believe that I would forget how I felt in that moment. But perhaps I should write it all down. Perhaps I should write it all. And now it will serve as a reminder and as a warning. A reminder that good purpose can go ill, that evil purpose might still serve good, and a warning not to judge either too readily.
Yeah.
Thank you for easing my mind.
Thank you.
and my heart.
Thank you for easing my mind and my heart. Gandalf has returned now, and I think to see the makings of a conspiracy. But thank you for the kind words, and I give my thanks to Gandalf as well. I am very fortunate to have such friends as you. I am ready to have a rest, and an end to adventuring. I shall be content just to see Bilbo again, and to return to the Shire. I'll write down my part of the quest of the ring, out all of it, and I'll be thankful for the opportunity to live in peace.
Yeah. You've earned it.
Right? Back to Mithrandir.
You carried it longer than most would have.
I am glad to hear that Frodo has...
I am glad to hear that Frodo has decided to write down his tale. After all, it has been my experience that sometimes a hobbit simply needs a bit of a push to get started on a thing. But once he has his mind set to do it, the results are often admirable. I trust you told Frodo that no one could willingly have destroyed the ring. I meant to return more quickly and tell him that, but Samwise grew suspicious. I was wasting his time and required more assurances, or he would hastily return to his master. Wasting his time. Me! Mithrandir chuckles mirthfully. I was, of course, but that is neither here nor there. All that matters in the end is that you have assuaged Frodo's concerns, and helped him come to terms with his experiences. He deserves that and more for the deed he has done on behalf of Middle-earth. But enough chattering. Aragorn has asked to speak with you.
And we will speak with Aragorn.
Right? I love how we never step on the main story in the book.
Yeah.
Our foot's never on that. It's always around the side of it.
Yeah.
No, there was people fighting alongside Aragorn.
Yeah.
He wasn't by himself.
I think the closest we come is holding up the file there at the end, but
yeah,
even that, Sam could have just held it up, you know?
well, yeah, which file's not mentioned at all in the books.
Right.
It just says that the Eagles find them.
Yeah.
It doesn't say how.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but yeah, probably the closest for sure, right there.
Elladan and Arrow here.
Talking to Radonir and then Aragorn.
We have come through the long night to the dawn.
We've come through the long night to the dawn at last. Many were the days I believed all my choices were going wrong. But despite those errors, we have seen the destruction of the ring and the downfall of Sauron. When Frodo completed his task, Mordor was shaken to its very foundation by the eruption of Rodrin. The Black Gate and the towers of the Teeth crumbled and fell. For who can say what lies behind them in the land that was Sauron's? There is a shroud over the plateau of Gorgoroth, and it masks our sight. Aragorn smiles wryly. I have not yet been crowned king, but already I am thinking of Gondor's future. Will we not have one day of satisfied peace? Sauron is no more. There will be a new ordering of the calendar to mark the occasion. In the kingdom of Gondor, the new year will now begin on March 25th, the day on which Sauron fell, and hope was restored to Middle-earth. There are still many preparations to be made before I can ascend to the throne of Gondor, but today is a day of celebration. My friends and my kin have earned this day of victory. Enjoy this day, for you too were instrumental in its arrival.
We could go scout out the Vale of Gorgoroth for you.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind.
There are a couple more things to seal off. And I think there's a reward thing for finishing this.
Yeah.
Frodo's adventure has ended.
Frodo has earned his rest. His adventure has ended, and yet Middle-earth still has need of heroes. Gondor will need you, as will others among the free people. Dwarfs, elves, and hobbits. Be ready for their call, my friend. A great evil of the world has departed, but there are others that will need heroes to face them. Do not face them alone. Some measure of the strength of Sauron was bound to his ring, but much of his strength was derived from his mastery over the weak, and the weak of will. I foresee that some of those freed from his dominance will seek to gain advantage from his fall. The shroud over Gorgoroth is a veil that must be pierced if Middle-earth is to live free from fear. Frodo will write the tale of his adventure, and never mention me.
Right.
But the next adventure will be yours alone to write. My own time on these shores is drawing to a close, for my purpose is ended. You look at him with a dawning understanding that his charge was to combat Sauron, and now that the Dark Lord is defeated, the wizard must leave Middle-earth. Oh, do not look at me like that, foolish man. I'm not leaving tomorrow. I will not depart until I know things are well in hand, and your kind has not yet proven that you are able to manage on your own. He stands there spluttering for a moment. There is a twinkle in his eye when he speaks again, and he seems less like Mithrandir, or any of his many other names, and most like he was when you first met him, Gandalf.
Yeah.
I will say this to you, and it will be my last word on the subject. As for this business with the ring, I commend you on a job well done, my dear. Very well done indeed. You get the model of Mount Doom.
Yeah. I'll go in my yard for sure.
Yeah, we got one up in the kinship house. I do believe. It might be in my house. I know we got Minas Tirith. Big table mount with that.
Oh, I got a new quest.
Yes.
Mordor awaits.
Yeah. You were summoned by those who seek to enter Mordor. You should meet them at the Black Gate when you are able.
You got mail too.
Yeah. Yeah, it completes the deed. Okay. And gave us some LOTRO points. How many LOTRO points? Alright. Let's take a look at this. There is no horse, no nothing here. What's going on? Do I have? No. I've got everything on there.
Count them out and do for your brilliant acts of daring. Haha.
Action.
Daring, do now, and good luck to you.
Oh! Somebody's VIP in this mine.
Yeah. It hasn't gone off yet.
Have it?
I got to open my letter from King Elisar right here.
I gotta go back to the dang kinship house. That's cool.
There really is just nothing around here, is there?
Hmm.
Even if I go up to Aragorn's camp?
You can go through Osgiliath now all over the place.
Oh, that's nice.
But you not have to worry about it.
That's cool. Just explore. Is it rebuilding partly, or is it just still ruined?
I think it's still just road.
Okay. But no enemies?
Mm-mm. I think there might be some small ones.
I was going to say, I bet like the animal enemies are probably still out there, right?
Yeah.
But the orcs and goblins, there would probably still be some remnant left around places.
All right. Pull up the supplier here.
My inventory is also getting a little full. Ooh, that's very
Dark
nice.
skies, dark tidings.
Need to repair everything. Go ahead and do that.
It's not dark skies or dark tidings. The ring has been destroyed.
Yes. Look, lady.
Oh, you can't. Oh, there it goes. I guess it's stuck on the tree. Trying to get up to Aragorn's camp. No, there's a wall here. I guess I have to take the horse to go to the Black Gate after the battle. That's what they intend for me to do, I guess.
Oh, wow. I forgot about that. Grant the Strength of Sauron emote. Emote SOS.
That's cool. Have a good one, Remus.
See you later, Remus.
See you tomorrow, hopefully, for some hunting.
Sleep well. Oh, okay. That's cool. But you missed it. Put a gold ring above, like quest ring above my head on fire. Like come in and complete the quest.
That's
it
cool.
says you signal to supplier, you're in need of aid.
That's cool. I don't think I got that.
I haven't
He
slept
did.
in
Oh.
days.
In my pending loot
Yes.
/ SOS, huh?
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. It's a fun little.
Yes. All right, I gotta check the mail.
I wonder if you could do that and pretend that you're an NPC, like have people hiding. And have the quest icon up there. It goes away pretty quick.
Yeah, it does go away pretty quick. So. King Elisar. I hope this letter finds you well and continuing to fight for the free people. Yes. The wedding is planned for Midsummer's Day.
I do have full autonomy back again out in the wastes.
Yeah. I got that one again.
Yeah, he's back behind me. I just figured while I was waiting on you, I'd run around a little bit. I wanted to see really if there were any orcs left over here. There are a few pockets, but most of them are gone.
Yeah, excuse me.
Most of them have
Let's
left.
see where I can get back to.
You ought to be able to get to the camp at North Athelion over here. I think there was a stable master here. At Aragorn's camp. If not, you may have to do some bunny hopping.
I'm gonna have to. 'Cause I can get to. Wait, let me check here.
Ruins of Gondor.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Troublesome times indeed. I was thinking about an old Lord of the Rings game I haven't thought about in a long time. I know you're not a fan of this one. But I do think it's really funny that here they treated it with like incredible respect for how it like resolves, right? The main story.
Yeah.
And in Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, they had no idea how to finish that game. So you cut from the battle at the Black Gate to just fighting the Eye of Sauron itself like it was a physical thing. And I will never forget that.
So I can get to the camp. No, the camp of the host. I can go there.
Slag Hills, if you could get there. Also has one. But it's just the most we didn't understand the assignment I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Of like, they just didn't know that the eye was not a physical
Well, I think
thing.
the running parallel to the story and giving you options to actually go out in the world.
Yeah.
Like not messing with the actual physical story at all.
Yeah.
It works. And when he wants to change the story's set in stone.
Well, that's
It's
what
good.
Third Age does up
Yeah.
until that moment.
Yeah, right.
Up until that moment, you have been riding alongside everybody else. You're doing good stuff, and then just suddenly, bam! Here's the eye. Oh, it's so funny. I remember as a much younger person being like,
How may I help you?
how are we going to end this? It has to stop right here, right? We're not with Frodo. Maybe we go fight, like, Smeagol one last time or something with him, and then, no, you just fight the eye.
Send me back to the Shire, the scouring of the Shire. Come on.
Right.
Okay, I'm out here in the Slag Hills now. What is this stable magic take me?
These are
Okay, you're at the Slag
troublesome
Hills.
times
I'll go over there. Because you should be able to go south from there to where Gandalf is.
Okay, I got you.
I'll ride that way.
Is he standing at the gate now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I'm heading down there.
I'm dashing
Through the snow.
on a one-horse battle steed. War
Yeah,
steed,
yeah.
that's it. Dang it.
Yeah.
I block the war steed from my mind most of the time.
Yeah, it's not.
We're going into agility mode.
Make it run a little faster.
I'm not far behind, really.
I'm on foot, so you should probably catch up. At least by the time I get to him. That's painful green stuff.
Yep.
Ran through the green stuff. I didn't like it.
That's the stuff that hurts. Mithrandir! There's still a few orcs out here.
The horse over here by Mithrandir. To the
Takes you
field of
back.
Cormelin
Yeah.
after the destruction of the ring.
I feel like that's like its own condensed special zone we're probably not going to go back to again. They give you that horse in case you want to, I guess, but
Yeah.
I'm right here. It really doesn't take long on war steeds. Hi.
All right, so Mordor awaits. All is not quiet in Mordor, my friend. I need someone like yourself to be my eyes upon the wreckage of Sauron's domain. Aragorn has appointed Sador, captain of Gondor, to watch over the Black Gate. Others lead an expedition into Mordor. While you are not obligated, I ask of you to join the company. Speak with Sador if you are willing to brave the plateau of Gorgoroth.
I sure am.
Sauron has been defeated.
Sauron has been defeated, but that is not the end of evil, of the evil he stirred into the wakefulness. Who can say what lies hidden beneath the shroud that covers Gorgoroth? Beyond the wreckage of the Black Gate. The Dark Lord was a master of foul sorceries, and from the height of Barad-dûr he set many terrible plans into motion. I cannot believe that everyone ended when he did. Adventurers have already begun taking hesitant steps through the ruin to the gate, through the ruin of the gate. Let us join them, and I will take their measure. The dangers awaiting Mordor will be too great for some of them, I warrant.
Let us go and see. First, let me invite you. Get to the gate. The ruined gate. The towers of the teeth. You are standing in the eye of the storm. Those movies have such good music in them.
Yes.
Speaking of music, I've been listening to, I don't know if you remember this song or not. I've been listening to this song a lot lately. It's In Dreams by Roy Orbison.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what made me want to listen to it again, but I hadn't heard it in a long time, so I looked it up again.
Well.
It's a good song.
All right.
I think what makes it really interesting is that over the course of the song, you know how a lot of songs will like have a bridge and then come back to the same like tune for the chorus.
Yeah.
That song just continues to build on itself as it goes. It never cycles back around. It's a good song.
I don't know. So, okay. Sador. Blackgate.
Yep. Mordor awaits.
Can't abandon his post here. Just keeping tallies. Version Udon. Okay, let's finish that one.
The Flames of Udun.
Yes.
We must keep ever vigilant.
We're gonna visit the foothold of Udon. You'll want to take that.
Silver Signet of Thandrim. Okay.
Yeah. And
Conquest of Gorgoroth.
yeah, so you'll definitely want to take that one.
All right.
We'll speak to Miss Randy here.
Do these
It is as I thought. Some few of these adventurers are made of stern stuff, but most of them are not prepared for the dangers that await them. Do they think the fall of Sauron has emptied his land of evil? Aye, they believe none remain to guard his treasures, but they hope to have the picking of his coffers. But I must urge caution. Many of the artifacts that might be found within Mordor will be wholly evil, or corrupted beyond any use by good folk. Most of these adventurers do not know the first thing about dealing with such fell entrapments. Speak to them. Try to dissuade them from such hasty courses, or at least give them these warnings, so they will not blunder into their fates all unawares. After they are duly warned, you should journey ahead and see what foes await us in Udon. Look, too, for the forges where the weapons with which Sauron equipped his armies were made.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, you take sorry, what's his name?
Rogren. Hail, friend. No, that's the same voice. Hold on. I'm going to do a different voice.
Okay.
Hail, friend, and welcome to Cirith Gorgor. The Vale of Udun lies ahead beyond Cirith Gorgor, and all its attendant treasures are ready for the taking. I am Rogren. I am a soldier of Gondor. I fought on the Pelennor and before the Black Gate. And now I am prepared to seize the spoils of war from the clutches of the vile orcs who fought for Sauron. They say he is dead, and I believe it. I was fighting at the base of one of the slag hills when the mountain of fire shook all of Mordor, and I felt that blast in my very bones. The Dark Lord was much nearer to the mountain than that, perhaps on its very slope, and not even he could survive that, could he? No, I think not. It is only right that Gondor reaps the rewards of victory. You tell Rogren of Mithrandir's warning about the artifacts that might remain in Mordor, and he scoffs. I know dark magic when I see it, and I will not go near anything of that sort. I want gold and silver and gems. Those are the spoils I understand, and those are the spoils I seek. The wizard need not worry on my account. I can take care of myself.
You know, if you didn't want to do the voice, you could have just... Is that what we're doing? Okay.
I just wanted it to sound different, you know?
Okay. I'll do this one different, too.
It is an honor to meet you. For I have heard tell of the great deeds you have done in the service of Middle-earth. I would appreciate your help and your guidance in Mordor, if you would provide it. For I have a task of my own, I wish to undertake in the Black Land. I am called Anoth, and I am a ranger of Ithilien. I walk the woods for Faramir, and I will again if he commands it. But my heart urges me in another direction, and my feet would follow. For I am a descendant of Thandrim, men of Gondor who dwelt within the bounds of Mordor and kept a watch on the evil that stirred there. The Thandrim built the great fortress of Durthand, the Black Shield, and from its high parapet they kept watch over Udun. But in time the watch became less, and their numbers dwindled, and the Thandrim failed. I wish to honor their memory and take vengeance upon the creatures of the Sauron that slew them. Will you aid me?
You give Anoth the warning of Mithrandir, and he nods.
Ha! I do not care for treasure. Ha! All I seek is to honor the memory of the Thandrim, for their blood runs in my veins.
I see why those two get along so well.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, all right.
Can Sauron truly be gone from Mordor?
I mean no disrespect to this poor woman. I respect the warning of Mithrandir, but I do not need it, for I am Hearthallen, and this is not my first adventure in the Black Land. I fought at the side of High King Gil-galad during the Battle of Dagorlad, and I know well the subtleties of Mordor. Many of my friends fell before the Black Gate, and many others met their ends on the slopes of Orodruin. I wish to pay my respects to those who fell long ago, and I have one other purpose beyond that. I have returned to Mordor with an abundance of caution, for I disbelieve that Sauron can truly be gone. Have we not heard this tale before? I desire to see proof with my own eyes, for he is a master of trickery and deceit, and has escaped death time and again. What is different now? I welcome your assistance. We will need to rely upon our friends when we journey in the realms of Sauron, whether he be truly dead or no.
He's got a deep voice there, Bubba.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Sound like a Muppet on nitrous oxide. I don't know what to think about that.
I am a scholar from the Houses of Law in Minas Tirith.
Okay, hold on. Oi! I know you, for I have heard tales of many great deeds you have performed. And to a scholar, that feels much like the same thing. My name is Coverdale, and I'm a scholar of the Houses of Law in Minas Tirith. They lost a lot of people. Okay?
Yeah, they did.
My master used to be a janitor, sent me to acquire artifacts and knowledge that might be found in Osgiliath, following its recapture, but it seemed a bit on the dull side for me. I may have got a little bit carried away, but I challenge you to describe a more likely place to find artifacts and knowledge than the land of Mordor, which has remained close to us for so long. You cannot do it, can you? Nay, I thought not. Nay, I say. That is why I asked the question. You give Coverdale the warning of Mithrandir. She smiles eagerly. I will not take anything we find there for granted. Physically, I will take it, of course, pick it up and carry it gently and carefully so as to protect anyone else from harm, and bring it back to the Houses of Law for study. Thank you for the warning. Very useful things have warnings. Folks are always giving me warnings for some reason or another. I think it makes them feel better. All right, after all that, we're going to go beat stuff up. I can't. Something needs to die.
I almost went for the Brave voice from Disney's Brave for the lady, and I wasn't positive I could keep it together the whole time.
Fair enough.
That's one of those that...
just hold it back there until the time will come.
Yeah. You know when you got to say a line to get the voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those for me. There's some of this fire that has red danger boxes around it, and that tells me not to go there.
Right. I'm not touching it.
Well, as we've learned, you're allergic to fire in this game.
Yes.
You die instantly.
You have quite a reaction.
It couldn't possibly be because you're like 4 levels below where you should be to come here.
Yeah. 3, maybe.
I think you're at 3 now, yeah. Almost 2, though. You're almost there.
A soot smudged page. Okay, these.
Over 7 years later, after siege, strife, and victory, did Isildur return as king and conqueror to the Vale of Udun.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
It gives a backstory that's in the Silmarillion.
Oh boy.
And you read them, so you have to hold a little. Ah!
That's great. Did you crash?
I think I did. The wrong button. No, how much time we got? 10 minutes.
Yeah, we might as well just call it.
10 minutes. Oh man.
Well, we're right at the start of Mordor. We're so close.
Yeah. Going in. There's a lot of good quests. A lot of good quests in Udun.
Yeah.
There. That don't take you very far.
Yeah.
But I've told you about like one of I came out of this one place and there's just mount steps down. I was like, I don't want to fight my way down. So I got on the war horse and it was like this almost like a scene from a movie flying down, going past the door. That was here.
Okay, very
Yeah,
cool.
that was here. So
I want to explore all of Mordor.
yeah, they got some good stuff. It's a pretty good sized zone.
Yeah.
And it's got some decent little quests and stuff.
I
And if you can
see-
find all the notes
Yeah.
and stuff, that's a pretty cool story.
While I'm thinking about it, let me make sure this doesn't bill me again. Where do I do that again? Under here? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because it's almost time to bill me again.
yeah. Please don't.
There we go.
What are you getting that far ahead? Come on.
Right.
That's
950 though.
Yeah, no, you got a good amount for sure. You got 500 this month, right?
Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to save up for the Morgul Vale.
Yeah.
Down here.
Minas Morgul.
Mm-hmm. I want to explore it.
Where King Aenor was held,
Mm-hmm.
who ended up becoming, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I want to explore all of this. This looks like it'll be fun.
No, after the main story stuff,
Mm.
really surprised me. It's good. It doesn't
Yeah.
step on the toes of anything that I've found directly.
Very cool.
Do some very interesting stuff to find.
Well,
And it's not that definitely. Trying to think of where that zone. We got a zone coming up. That's gonna be one of the ones that I'm like, hey, like this one's got good quests. I'm not saying
Yeah.
do all the quests in here. It's got good quests. It's a good zone to run around in.
right.
But there's one I can't remember where it is. It's coming up. I'll be like, yeah, you'll want to do a lot of.
Yeah.
There's good side stories in there.
I've accepted at this point because I want to do all this stuff in here. I'm probably just going to get super over leveled at some point, and it'll be fine. I've kind of stopped caring about that at this point. We're a level 109 is where I'm at, It's if I get to the point where I'm capped out, oh well.
Right.
There's still plenty of stuff I want to do.
Yeah. It does. You get a lot. You do get a lot of EXP.
Yeah.
Right. It builds out kind of quick. You go
Plus,
through it.
the higher level I am, the faster skirmishes go to power level you.
Yeah.
So.
Doesn't hurt anything.
Well, tomorrow we should have a stream if everything goes as planned.
Are you doing
Monster Hunter.
You and Remoth gonna try to do the Monster Hunter thing? That's
Try and
awesome.
take on some of the timbered monsters that have been put out. That's the
Awesome.
highest level of difficulty that's been put in the game. So
Awesome.
we'll see how that goes. And then Friday, no stream. But next Monday, we'll be back with the final episode of Unicorn. And we'll get into Mordor.
Yeah. 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 I don't know. Sorry, I just got so excited about final episode of Unicorn.
That's fair. That's fair. Fair. But then we get to start the Mordor expansion. I guess technically we've started it already, but we get to actually get into it.
Yeah, we've got that was the introduction into Mordor.
Mm-hmm.
There's quite a few things. This is also where the stout axes come from.
Yeah. I'm excited to get into that.
We have here man, there's a book quest that comes up. Takes a bit to get to. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It'll start. We're not too far away from starting it, but it's really, really good.
I'm excited.
All right.
Until next time, then, I've been Trey.
I've been hungry.
This has been the Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the Full Spectrum that LOTRO has to offer.
Good night, all.